Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to PSGL PST Season 3 for the F4 Division. Round number 5 at Hungary. I am your commentator, Ion Neon, or as Jared Fosbury. I am joined by my co-commentator, Sandra Sohaug. Good evening, Sandra.
Hello.
So, we are back then, as last week was France, as we saw a very terrific race. I can't remember who won, to be honest, on the top of my head. Do you remember who won, by any chance?
I do have the standings up, and it was Thomas.
It was Thomas in the Mercedes. So he actually did a good job there for the Mercedes team, since I believe he missed Monaco. So he did score some points, as we've got 19 cars for today's race. So unfortunately one of the drivers isn't available, which I believe is Simblix in the Haas. And everybody else on the other hand is here. So is that the Williams of... Who is that? Why is it not like this? Okay, yeah, it's Simple then. Simple is the first driver to leave the pit lane in the Williams. So he will be the first one on an outlap, as in the constructor standings right now, I believe Mercedes are leading by 1 point ahead of Alpine, who have 50 points. Then Aston Martin is not that far behind with 47 points to their name. Currently, they are the 3 most teams fighting for the constructors at the moment. AlphaTauri not that far off. Possibly, if they have a good result today, they could try and fight for it. At the moment, that's those 3 teams. The skies at the moment are pretty clear. So, Sandra, before we start anybody's lap, do you have any quality predictions? Anything like that?
Sure. Let's go with Gustav in first, Noah in second, and Shane in third.
Interesting. I'm going to go with Noah in first, Tom in second, and then I'm going to go Gustav third. I think that's going to be top 5. I think the Mercedes is going to be strong here.
Well, I can tell you that Simple H has now started his lap. He's gone through turn 1 with a little shaky there, to be honest. Now, through this turn 3, or I think it might be counted as 4 actually. Then, heading uphill to this very fast, shaky left-hander, stays within the track limits. Looking too bad, maybe a little cautious. Getting nice traction out of that corner though, before he heads into this tight chicane where I'll bet you we'll see a move or two today, Jared.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Then into the S section, still looking a little cautious to be honest, but it is the banker lap, so he could be doing that intentionally before he heads into this final sector. Now only 2 corners left. Second last corner, taking very tightly there before heading into the final corner and going out of that opening TRS, heading towards the line for 15.9.
Not a bad lap there from him, as with the ECL drive 50 fast then goes provisional pole to 15.4. So that's what times I would expect on these guys with softs, is low 15s at least. Maybe a 14 high, possibly. Oh, that's the Ferrari.
Can we get into the 14s? At least Noah is on a purple lap, I believe. Well, I'm not too sure right
15.2
now, as Navarre just improved. But Noah heading out of the final corner to the line. It's going to be the first 14 of the day with a 0.9.
So 14.9 then on the softs. Pretty decent time. What about his teammate then of Thomas, who got a good result last weekend in the French Grand Prix, and he's on pole with a 14.4. Okay, I was completely off there, saying they'll be in the low 15s. It's
okay. Maybe we'll be heading to the high 13s.
What a lap.
Anyway, Gustav around the final corner now. Let's see what he can do then. It's going to be a 14.7, so second
splits
so
the
far.
marks. Is Jabrak on a lap, our current championship points leader? He is currently in the second sector into the chicane, which you got to get a nice line there, as sometimes the curb can throw you off. And have a nice and tidy to the left and right. Now this is where we've been told we've got to watch out for track limits. On this right hand, it lifts off a bit there as he's now passing the Ferrari, who's out of the way. Although apparently Jabraka is purple in sector 2, however that can be misleading sometimes. Through the final couple of corners. Is he going to be on pole? Is he going to be second? Or is he going to be in the midfield? Let's see what he can do then. Coming to the line, and it's fourth quickest at the moment. 14.9 then, so only 4 drivers in the 14s at the present time.
Next heading towards the line is TF Mika as he's heading into the final corner now. Almost looked like he went on the grass on the entry there, but still seems to get the turn in he needs, and it's a 15.2 placing him 9th.
That's true. Next up is Nando in the Alfa Romeo. Coming to the line then, let's see what he can do, and it's going to be a 14.9 as well. What about Aries? And that's a 25.4.
Aries is not on the lap. Lattis is though, he's heading out of the final corner towards the line. It's going to be a 14.8, placing him 3rd, right behind his teammate.
Yeah, right behind his teammate, and a lot more people in the 14s, but in the high 14s. Nobody's really that close to the Mercedes though, Sondre Thomas.
Well, you never know. Aries hasn't done his lap yet. He's gone for 2 out laps. Oh, and that must have been close to invalidating. However, it says purple first sector. I'm not, as you know, we can't always trust that. However, heading into this tight chicane now, not looking too bad through there. Starting the S section with the first left-hander, a little bit shaky before he goes a little bit wider. Manages to not invalidate though. Then out of the S section to cross the second sector split, 7 seconds. Plus up on his time, however we should be expecting that. Now the second last corner, looking neatly through there and then in towards the final corner before he's going to open his DRS wing and go towards the line, and it's going to be a 14.8.
Not just a 14.8, right, a 14.888 there. Even 3.8s on the time. But not bad,
well,
4th quickest.
Congratulations, Captain Obvious.
Martin though, he's him and LRB, the only guys who haven't set laps, and Martin right now is invalidated. But I don't understand how Aries actually didn't invalidate, because he was off the track as you said, and he must have been very lucky not to invalidate.
I don't know. I haven't read the briefings if there is any places you can't extend where the game allows you to, but
where he lifted.
It certainly looks like he should have invalidated at least one place. But
Martin is going to do next then to start lap, I believe.
He's probably practiced for the race, so he probably knows where you'll be able to go wide or not. As I'll be following Martin, if you're following Terra.
Yeah, Terrace, he's currently actually the one ahead. Didn't for some reason say he was on a lap, but he is now. Currently out of turn 4, passing Firefox on the outside. Approaching the end of sector 1 split, and he's 2/10 up in his sector 1. Nice and tidy through the left hand out. Got to get turn 6 nice and tidy now as he's approaching turn 7 and 8, I believe. Which is the chicane. Got to get a nice line, make sure the curb doesn't send you off. And I don't think that was his best, and he looks like he has backed off there.
Martin almost had a bit of a scare there. Touched the curb on entry to that fast left-hander and almost lost it. Don't know how good this lap is anymore, but he seems to be still going.
Looks a lot better than Terrace, because he completely lifted off.
Let's see then, Martin 54 flat at the second sector split. I'm not too sure how competitive that is. However, around the second last corner, he's gonna finish the lap, so can't be too horrible. Now to the final corner to open DRS. It's not gonna be completely up there. It's 15.6, so he lost a lot of time there.
Oh, there you go. Simple H improves, but doesn't improve position. Only a 15.8.
Slimbo heading around the final corner now as well. And I think we might be in a 14, and it is a 14.7 to place in second place.
Well, next up is LRB, but he's actually now just actually, for some reason, completely backed off, like he doesn't want to do the lap, or it wants to be a banker or something. It's a bit weird. Currently 19th.
Could be running 2 out laps. However, Tito, he's on lap though, Slimbo's teammate. Gonna try to match that time as he's going into this fast left-hander. Not looking too bad there. Going tight on this right-hander then before heading into this tight chicane. Where we can see him not taking too much curb, looking nicely. Then into the S section, very crucial section to hit properly. Now out of this S section we're gonna see him at the second sector split with a 53.2. Not purple. Now heading into the second last corner. What are we gonna get from Tito though? It's not looking too bad. Looked a little cautious on the throttle before he goes out of the final corner to do a 1:14.7, and he does match his teammate Jared.
He does. The McLarens maybe showing some strong pace after all, as Noah's on a valid. Just trying to catch up with the guys who are actually on the laps. Aries then, who's beginning his flying lap now in the Red Bull. He was in 4th, he's now 9th, after people have improved their times. But, as usual, the F4 grid is really close. Obviously, not close to pole, as is to everybody else. Thomas got a bit of a gap. Shane moves to 3rd, there with a 14.7. Splits the McLarens.
What you're doing, you know, I did call him for 3rd, so
yep.
Let's stay there, Shane. Now Gustav, he's coming towards the line, and this is a quick lap, a 14.5. Not too far off Thomas here.
It's true, not far off Thomas at all. I wonder if we are going to get a 13, maybe from Thomas and Gustav. Right now though, Aries though, currently in the second sector, keeps up on an Alpine up ahead. I wonder if that's Jabraka, as it is Jabraka, the Champions Points leader, and there's a lot of fans cheering him off in the chat. As Aries 2.5 tenths up on his time on the softs in the second sector.
Latter's almost matching his teammate with a 14.6.
Not bad lap time there, so Avtories are coming up there. As Tito's in the pits then. Here comes Aries now. Into the final corner, gets good exit into 6th gear. Comes to the line, and it's a 14.5. Moves second quickest there, so he's got some pace today in the Red Bull. And he'll be happy with that.
Indeed. Now, don't think we have anyone at all out on track currently who's gonna do laps or start laps.
No, everybody else is in the pit. Well, should be going to the pits.
Thomas is into the pit.
Yeah, the Alphas are backed off. So it's basically a final shootout.
It is indeed.
Martin and Simple though, 15.6 and a 15.8, and they did that on soft tyres.
Not the best laps from these two at the moment, but talking about Simple, I believe he should be the first one to do his final lap, as he's out on his out lap right now.
Yes, he is.
15.8, I don't know, I feel surely he's got to have a lot to go on there.
Well, I hope he does, because that's, I'm not being harsh, that's a 14 pole was a 15.6, so and I did a 15.8, so I hope it is quicker than that, because yeah, I think he has got some pace there.
Considering you're pretty bad, it should be quicker than that for Simple H on this next lap.
Well, I learned from you, so you know.
I can say you most definitely did.
Well, enough about that then. If you want to go on board with Simple then on his flying lap.
I'm already on board with him as he's going out of the final corner right now to start his lap. Now heading down towards turn 1 all the way up into 8th gear. Braking, shifting down to 3rd. High gear merchant OP. Then heading down to this left-hander, taking a little bit of the outside curb. Seems to be getting a little bit wide, but might still be getting through there quickly. as at the first sector split he is half a tenth up. Not looking too bad through that fast left-hander though. Might have gained some time there, I think. Now into this tight chicane. Maybe a little bit late on turning there before he's starting the S section here, where he can really gain some time if he manages to hit it properly. Then out of the S section and towards the second sector split, only half a tenth up still as well. I don't think we're gonna see that great of a lap time here. Or into the second to last corner in fourth gear, very high gear Merchant. Then out of the final corner to do a 1:15.8. That actually doesn't improve at all in the end.
That isn't good there. Simple's pretty faster than a lap, who's only 15th with a 15.1. Any more time to improve in the Alpine, and he does. 14th, goes 11th quickest at the present time. And I believe LRB was next on the mediums. I'm wondering if LRB's actually going to beat Simple. He ain't that far off, to be fair. 16.4 mediums. That's interesting, as I believe Noah's actually going to finish his lap.
He's indeed going out of the final corner.
Ooh, that really didn't look stable.
Little tank slap there, but 14.5 still, so good lap in the end.
Oh, hang on. Was that an Alpine off? Jabraka or? It's
And
not.
Firefox about to cross the line as well in a few moments as Tito's crashed, I think.
He has crashed, and Slimber's
It's a 14.6 from Firefox. A good lap there as well.
lap indeed, as that's Martin, I believe, coming up across the line. He's got the Red Bull behind him, and that's a 14.8, goes 12th quickest in the Aston.
Alex
lap there.
Berard with a 14.7. And Jabraka burning fuel.
Oh, there's an out lap. Trying to keep up with the guys. Jabraka then, isn't it?
And Nando will be finishing his lap in a few moments. Heading into the second last corner right about now. Then not looking too bad around there. Then final corner, short shift up to fourth. Then getting on the throttle, and it's a 14.6, not 15. Ladders as well, finishing his lap to do a 14.6 as well. Slight improvement.
What about Slimbo then? Since Thomas doesn't really need to improve, he can just chill out. Because he's kept that.
Oh, never say that.
Well, here comes Slimbo then. No, Slimbo's backed off. Slimbo wasn't improving. I know Noah's finished.
Coming around the corner right now. I think he's on an improvement. Let's see then, a 14.7, and it's not an improvement in the end.
I wonder about Aries currently. He's backed off.
Navorp coming to the line. It's a 14.6 from him.
Fifth quickest. What about Jabraka? Is he on a lap? He is on a lap.
Is on a lap, yeah.
That's his second lap on these tyres, so he's really pushing it. See what he does.
14.7,
11th.
so it's an oh, and that is a perfect position to be in.
Strategy.
Well,
I think that's it, to be honest.
Nando, no.
Nando isn't on another lap.
That should be everyone, yeah.
So Thomas then.
Although actually, Thomas is going in for a last lap.
Okay,
look
he
at that, a
improved.
14.3.
So nobody could match him.
dominance there.
Nobody could match him on his first lap, and he just thought, I'll pick up the pace a tiny bit more. There's a 14.3, but Merckx first and third.
Demoralised the grid a little,
Aye. Almost got my
Gotta say
grid
though,
right there.
Jared, from second place down to 8th, look at that gap. 1/10.
Mad. Absolutely mad. That.
And then from 9th all the way down to 14th, you have about a 10th as well.
But then from 1st to 17th, it's under a second. However, if you're 18th, 19th, it's over the second boundary.
best lap from Simple Age.
No, not a good lap at all.
LRB a little more difficult to read as he was on those mediums.
I'm worried though, because if Simple's got struggling for pace now on those tyres, and LRB's not that far from on mediums, I wonder if Simple's just going to drop off.
You never know, Jared. Some people just are just better in the race than in quali as well, you know.
That is true. Well then, we've got on the quality grid again then. So Thomas is on pole in the Mercedes, with Aries in second. Finally getting a good qualifying position. Hopefully he can have a good race. Noah in third, Gustav fourth, Lautus in fifth. Now Warp in sixth, then Nando seventh, Firefox in eighth, Tito ninth, Shane in 10th, championship points leader in 11th, Slimbo 12th, Alex, the tier admin, in 13th, Martin 14th, Freakfast 15th, Mika in 16th, Terrace 17th, Simple unfortunately didn't get a good lap together, hopefully his race pace is better, in 18th, and then LRB in 19th and decided to back off the softs to go mediums, didn't improve position, so he stays in last place. As we have a lot of people in the chat, as unfortunately Ross Denholm's in there as well, I've noticed. But yeah, this race will be fun. Hopefully the weather is dry. Hopefully we have no rain.
Give us some rain.
Yes.
It's not going to be any rain. It's sunny as hell.
And it says no one's going on hards. That's interesting. It is a soft hard strategy unless you qualified out of top 10.
What's your prediction for the podium then, Jared?
Podium? Well, if I was racing, it would be me, and me. But I think
if we count it from the back of the grid, maybe.
Wow, there's just no need. But the Mercedes, I think Thomas obviously first, Noah second, and I'm going to go with Gustav third. I think Gustav has got strong race pace as well, so I think he could get third. And we have a formation lap this time, so no issue.
As you can see, the game is telling us that it's a one stop from soft to hards, or a two stop from soft to medium.
Yeah, that's correct. But I think soft hard will be the way to go, medium hard, to be honest.
Nah, just go soft medium.
It is a push. If you wanna. I think the only person I would expect to manage that off is probably Matthew.
You're funny, he has terrible tire wear, man.
Yeah, but he's got a Fanatec. Fanatec OP.
But he pushes a lot, he really hurts his tires.
Oh, that's true.
Only one I would trust to do that is you. You're just going too slowly around to take any out of your tires, so.
You know, we'll just leave it at that. Well then, so obviously the top 10 on the soft tyres, the guys who are outside the top 10 then is very interesting. 11th all the way to 17th on the mediums. And Simple and LRB decide to go the hard tyres. That is interesting. I wonder if that's going to work.
Well, I mean, personally, I would say the people from 11th to 17th are on the correct strategy. Like going in hard. If you can, if you stay out of trouble and stick with that train, that is in the end that should be the best strategy to go with. But going on the mediums is just a much safer option. You have a much better chance at sticking with those soft runners in the first few laps. And if you get an early safety car, you can still go on to the hards as well.
Right, definitely. Hopefully people can actually take the safety car correctly, not like a certain F14 driver, Raven. And hopefully it doesn't cause a massive wreck this time. But we are going to start with the light sequence very shortly. Obviously you're going to have to watch the back, because that's usually where you are. But, you know, it is what it is. As the light sequence is beginning then for round number 5 at Hungary for the F4 tier.
I usually beat you.
And the lights are out then, and it looks like Aries has actually got a cracking start, and he's passed both Mercs. The Mercs just didn't get a good start at all. AlphaTauri's are going on both sides of the attack on him. Oh, and the Mercedes have had contact, and oh, there's an AlphaTauri off the track. That is Lautus. He's off, and I'm guessing he got some wing damage, and there's another car off there. Oh, there's a big crash. He's the chance points leader, Sondre. Jabraka. He is off, and he's, I think, got minor damage to the wing. And Mika's definitely got wing damage.
I can tell you, Lattice, that didn't actually look like he had damage. Neither does actually Jabreka, but I can't imagine any of these two not having damage.
Oh, look, there's another car dropping down again. Yeah, I think there's something wrong with Lautus's car because he's dropped 4 more positions.
Probably does have some damage, just not visual.
I don't know who's at fault there, to be honest. It looked like Noah just squeezed his teammate a tiny bit too much, which then collected the Alpha. And then there was another incident then, literally straight after, with the Tunetank leader Jabreka, who might have got away with damage, but I'll tell you who hasn't is Mika and Lautus right now. But Aries, though, Sondre, in the lead, and has already got a 1.7 gap.
You know, I was actually gonna say that he would be winning today ahead of Toma and then Gustav. Obviously, I actually think Toma is the quicker one, but I've had confidence in Aries for quite a few races, and I still have.
Yeah, he's had the pace now and then. Obviously, he had the pace of Portugal, but it just didn't go his way after he made a mistake and strategy. And a lot of people actually in the pits then. So Teres, Lautus, Martin, Jabreka, and Mika must have had damage, and they've decided to pit. So that's going to be interesting on their race, and depends how it plays off.
Stint from Lattice.
But I'll tell you who it technically benefited is LRB and Simple. They're 13th and 14th, and it looks like they got away scot-free without any damage, and keeping up with the guys on the mediums.
Indeed, I can tell you that LRB he actually had quite a good start as well. Obviously, being on the hards, you can't expect too good of a start, but compared to medium runners ahead of him, he got away pretty decently, and he jumped Simple pretty much instantly. So,
Sure, we're on board now with Firefox, or P5Fox right now, who's had a good qualifying position in the Williams. He's currently in 7th right now, challenging the Ferrari in a warp, and Nando, who's just ahead in 5th, as Gustav then is the lonely AlphaTauri, as Aries in 18.4, and nobody else has beaten that lap at the present time.
I really gotta say, this pace that Thomas showed in quali, I'm starting to wonder where it's going, because right now Aries is just...
a quali setup maybe?
He's just leaving him for dust, so it could be, but it could also be just Aries just didn't get his perfect lap in as well. We will see later on, I guess.
Yeah, obviously, but as well, both Mercs though off the start, they didn't have a good start either. They both bogged down, and as I said, there was contact between Tom and Lautus. I don't know if there was any damage on the Mercs car, like on the side, maybe, because obviously you can get that damage on the game. And it only has to take like a little hit, and you can get minor damage to the sideboard or the floor. But it don't. If he has, it don't really seem it's affecting him against his teammate, because he's actually pulling away. And the gap's still maintained to 1.9 between Aries and him.
You do say that it might not be affecting him compared to his teammate, but you gotta remember this track is notorious for how difficult the overtaking is.
Oh yeah, it's
the run down to turn 1 is not the longest, and it's also difficult to stick close enough sometimes.
There's yellows
in that second and
two.
Final sector.
Mika's out, and there's a safety car. There's been a safety car. Mika's crashed. I think turn 7, where you touch.
Oh, I see where he's crashed.
I reckon he's crashed on the fast rounder. Yeah.
Moved quite far though.
Yeah, maybe he's trying to save it, and unfortunately it just went.
Well, this will be interesting though. It's lap 4, so it's very early, even for the hard tires, I think. And
oh yeah, he's lost his left wheel, left front.
Also with them getting this free pit stop, I don't know. I think we could see some of these soft runners opting for the mediums instead of the hards.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you one thing though, it's benefited the guys who had an incident at lap 1. You know, they get a free pit stop, now they can risk trying to go to the end, obviously.
They get more back in it, yeah.
Yeah, so they get that. But
to be fair, it's also benefiting LRB and Simple H, as I believe they slightly lost touch with the people in front of them, but now they'll obviously get back in and
well they might not pit.
Imagine all the soft runners pit.
Yeah, I was going to say they're going to gain a lot of time, a lot of positions. I wonder if the guys in the mediums are going to pit.
Aris goes in, same with Toma. It's going to be a double stack for Merc.
Okay, looks like Slimbo is the only one on the mediums who isn't pitting. Yep.
Oh, interesting. I do not understand why the
his teammate, he didn't want to double stack.
And Aries, he's choosing the hard tires. Toma, however, he is doing exactly like I said. He's going on the medium. Same with Nando. Same with Firefox. So we have a couple of medium runners here, Jared.
Yeah, we do have a couple of medium runners. You know, they're taking the risky game, but you know, they've got nothing to lose. They might expect another safety car, obviously.
True, but
it's very interesting. Slimbo stayed out though.
It is a bit of a risk. If you're Aries, then maybe you could afford to take that risk. He looked very quick, so if he was on mediums, everybody else was on hards, then maybe he could pull out enough. However, for somebody like Firefox down in 9th there, it's gonna be very difficult. He has 3 hard runners to clear if he wants to get into that point where he can push those mediums properly.
What about Slimbo? He's in first, 4 lap mediums. Obviously he's got clean air. You think it's a good strategy call?
I would have done the same.
Yeah.
I would have stayed out. He's got the medium tires on. He'll probably pull away from LRB and Simple H. Ideally for Slimbo though, he's gonna hope that those two can hold Aries and the other ones back a little. And obviously, if they get another safety car later on, he'll be golden.
Right, definitely. As we wait for Martin to catch up with the guys ahead, especially with Jabraka and Lautus, then I'm guessing they're following some delta or something because Jabraka slowed down. But yeah, our first tyrant then is Mika, and it's his second race in the Red Bull, as last week was his first race, and I believe he did score some points. So it's a shame there for Mika having a DNF.
On such a great track as well.
I won't say a great track to be honest, but you can hardly go thick. Obviously it's a nice track to drive, but Monaco without.
I mean, I know. I said it's a difficult track to overtake on, but honestly, like, if you figure out where to overtake and exactly how to set up your overtakes, it is fully doable here as well. It's just not a lot of chances. And obviously, if it's a car ahead of you has DRS on another car as well, then it'll be even more difficult. But it's not impossible. It is fully doable.
I think, in my opinion, the best track is Britain. Obviously, that might be a bit biased, but you know, Britain is a nice track to drive. I think nice track to drive, nice track to overtake.
From what I've seen in previous races, especially Britain, for example, if there is one driver I think that will still be able to overtake around this track, it is Aris. I remember his Britain overtaking very aggressive, and that's kind of the overtaking you need to be doing to get past people on this track.
Well, that is true, but enough about Britain or any other tracks. The safety car is in this lap, so race control confirmed. So, is Slimbo going to be able to pull away, or is he going to spin it like Vettel did in 2014 on the final corner? As here comes Slimbo then, getting the guys ready. And he's gone then. Oh my god, he almost lost it out of the rear end there with McLaren, and already Aries on the attack, making a move, and look at Thomas, it's 3 wide in turn 1. It's going to end in tears. Oh, a bit of contact, the Mercedes round, and he's lost his wheel. Thomas is out. Thomas is out. Wow.
Unlucky.
Same corner.
Or he was on the mediums, he had to go for it when he had the chance.
Oh my god. What is happening here? There's an absolute cluster. Firefox and Noah now going side by side. Gust on Firefox. Oh my god. It's going to end in tears. And the other Mercedes almost went round there. As the Ferraris now hit the AlphaTauri. And look at Noah, Andre, as you said, in the chicane, overtakes a possibility.
Possibility, yeah, a good possibility, no.
Oh, and the McLaren's round now as well. That is Tito. He's gone off. He got spun round there by Alex in the Ferrari. It's really kicking off.
Aries following extremely closely behind Simple now. Same with Nando and Firefox right behind Aries as well. All of these are looking for an opportunity as soon as possible, and I think we'll get it into turn 1 this lap.
Definitely. It's just Simple hasn't got the pace against Aries.
Oh, it's clear that he doesn't.
No, straight line though.
He's using his
Gustav's
DRS to try and stick ahead though. And he manages to stay ahead for now. This is helping Slimbo out, and same with LRB to be fair.
Yeah, he's held him at bay, but while we're on that subject there, Sandra, Gustav had to pit, so he must have got damage while the safety car restart happened, as there's an overtake further behind. That is an Alpine and an Alpha Romeo.
Aries all trying it in this fast left-hander now around the outside.
Oh no!
There must have been a little bit of contact there. I didn't exactly see the
the tyre clipped the rear of Aries. It just like a slight knock, to be honest. I think that'd be
unlucky for Simple Age.
Yeah, but a bit of luck for Aries then. He's now got clean air to catch up with LRB and Slimbo, who's had a cracking start of a 2.2 second lead right now. Obviously, we expect that on those mediums, but he'll be pitting again soon. Aries, on the other hand, we don't know if he'll pit again.
Difficult to know. How obviously these cars can go a long time, but it is still over 25 laps left.
Martin and Jabraka almost coming to blows there. As Shane's having a bit of struggle with the rear end, and it looks like Lautus is probably going to get a move on him. Nope, not right now. Staying behind each other.
You know, I did say it though. You need to be aggressive to make overtakes there, and that's exactly what the Aries was.
Yeah, very aggressive there, and it kind of worked. Did take a driver with him, obviously.
Well, he was getting past.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Unfortunately, for Simple Age, there was a little bit of contact, but Aries would have definitely gotten past, no matter.
Although Martin is just looking really hungry, trying to get past Aries, just trying to find a gap right now. Got a gun run out of the chicane.
Pace is very good here. You can see those guys on the mediums behind him. They're keeping with him, but they're not actually getting close enough to try any overtakes any places.
So Aries has already caught up with the Haas already. And right now, Martin, I don't know if Martin's actually going to get past Aries or not. Yes, he is.
Nando getting quite close to Aries.
Here comes Martin then, moves into 10th position now, into the points.
Taking full use of those medium tires.
I look like terrorists almost.
Very aggressive on Aries.
Oh,
right
Simple's
now.
out, and he's retired. So he's called it a day. An 18 flat from Gustav. However though, Aries might have the pace right now, but the guys in the mediums are looking hungry.
They certainly are. You can see Nando. He's been poking his nose in a few places, trying to see if an opportunity will arise. But so far, Aries is sticking it out in front, and it's like he's struggling a bit right now to get closer to LRB.
Well, LRB isn't a slow driver, obviously. He is quick. He's, I believe, 6th in a championship fight. So, he's like a quick guy to get past. Obviously, Aries looks like he's the quicker driver overall at Hungary in race pace. But I won't count out Nando to possibly make a move because he's just gaining a lot on the straight. He's going for the dive. He's sending it. Oh, but there he's then. Sweet. Oh, he's still
goes a little wide. Could it?
Rear end.
New opportunity here.
Oh, he's going for it. Sent on the inside. Oh my god. more contact. I think that was a bit of a late call to make a move there, but he tried it.
Definitely a late call. It's obviously there is a braking zone, but it's still quite a quick corner as well. So to go for a dive like that, you got to be a little closer before you go for it.
No, though, we do want aggressive racing, obviously. We want to see some action like that. So, keep doing it. As long as it just doesn't go in a crash or anything like that. But Aries then is now actually getting challenged. As LB pulls a little bit away this time round. Oh, look, Slimbo in his own little world, 3.7. The gap is to second.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I would say Slimbo is a good shout for the win at this point. Obviously, he's gonna come out behind a lot of these guys in the end, but he'll also be on a lot better tires at some point. So he could be taking advantage of that at some point.
Oh, as Martin is now in 9th. Past Freaky Fast.
Aries starting to get a little bit closer to LRB now. Nando still though right on Aries' gearbox.
Looks like he's struggling for traction though.
I just noticed as well.
Because that's what affected him out of turn 1 to possibly get a good move on him. However, on the S section, he looks a lot more stable than Aries.
He's got the extra grip with those mediums. Especially in the S section, you'll take advantage from that. It's not going to be easy for Aries to get past LRB though. LRB with a lot of ERS still. Aries, he's used a lot. Alright, I think he's going for it now. You can see him gaining. I don't think he's getting quite enough though. Look at that. Nando poking his nose on the outside that time, but didn't break.
He's a lot closer.
To do anything.
He's going for the inside, side by side. Oh my god! And he sends it. And he's almost through.
Can't he keep it though? Look at this. Aries comes back at him. Is he keeping that position up to this fast left-hander? And Nando does the sensible thing and backs out.
This is good racing here between these two.
It certainly is, and this is helping LRB as well. Nando puts some pressure on Aries, make sure that Aries can't really challenge LRB that much. And LRB on those old hard tires could be looking at a good position in the end if he can keep this going.
Yeah, right now it's going good for LRB and Slimbo. I would say one thing though, since obviously Nando's going to be pitting again, Nando needs to get past LRB very soon if he wants to pull a bit of a gap.
Nando and Firefox, both of them.
Oh yeah, Firefox as well, yeah. He's on mediums.
Right now they're stuck in the place where Aries, I don't know, Aries doesn't really get close enough to get past LRB. But he still has that DRS, which makes him able to stay ahead of these two behind him. So these two mediums runners really stuck in a horrible situation now, and obviously that's the risk of them going on the mediums.
Yeah, well, you can't just baby, take baby steps. You've got to risk some steps in racing. But sometimes it can work, sometimes it won't, obviously. But either way, it's fantastic racing right now. It's Nando backed off a tiny bit this time. Didn't go for any moves. Let's get now between LRB and Slimbo's on 5.2. Medium pit stop around here roughly is around about 18, isn't it? It's around about that time you'd pit.
I believe around 20.
with 20 of them. So, to be honest, Slimbo could get really helped here.
Though once again getting very close, not close enough though. What about down towards turn 2?
Still not close enough right now. LRB's doing a good job.
And looking at it, Nando's, he's also used a lot of ERS when he's trying to challenge Aries those times. So at this point, LRB though, he is starting to get lower and lower on that ERS.
Simplest where Mika DNF'd, and that's no up round, no damage to the car. It looks like he just spun it.
Lucky then?
Yeah, in a way. It's also unlucky spinning.
He's down in 15th now then, so it's gonna be a tough way back, but it's much better to be there without damage than with.
This time around, Slimbo only getting a 10th, or 2 tenths LRB.
Let's see here then. Nando very close. He's using his ERS, he's trying to get closer, but it's just so difficult on this track.
Yeah, the straight's not long enough.
Well, if Aries didn't have DRS as well, he would have gotten past, but that's the issue right now, and I don't know, at this point, I don't think Aries is stressing that much about getting past LRB. If he gets past LRB, then most likely Nando and Firefox would get through as well, and they would obviously then attack Aries. So I don't know. I think Aries might be hanging back, just making sure they don't get past him at this point.
Well, when I was watching him down the straight, he wasn't using his ERS that much compared to Nando. Obviously, he used it on the exit to have a bit of a gap, so you don't get past, obviously. But then he just stops using it halfway through. Nando keeps using it, and it's just not working. But that's obviously because Aries is getting DRS from LLB and Slip. Slimbo's in.
Also in this train now.
Slimbo is in.
Slimbo in. That should be for a fresh set of hard tires now then.
That's him in then. So obviously he's going to be right at the back of this train.
Firefox and Martin now all starting to be in a little bit of a bad situation. They don't have too many good laps left off those medium tires now. Like I said, I think Aries is waiting with this overtake until he actually have to, and that could leave these three medium runners just sitting there and not getting any action done.
Well, you can say that, but I think if Aries was smart, I'd just not use ERS at all, because obviously he's got 30%. If he wasn't using any, I think he would have had like, what, 50? No?
Yeah, maybe. It really doesn't
Whoa!
say that.
Oh my god!
Right?
Tito is just... I don't know what I've just seen. I don't know if Tito just killed Terrorists or what. There is a safety car!
Oh, and that is perfect for LRB. And I imagine we'll see a couple of people in for fresh mediums now.
LRB is in.
We see that Aries goes in.
What, Noah?
Firefox.
He stayed out.
Firefox has shot himself in the leg right now.
Noah stayed out as well.
Well, Noah, it's a good shout. He's on hards. He's gonna make it to the end, I think.
Yeah, but Aries pit as well. Wouldn't you do the same strat as that guy?
I would. The mediums are much better.
And hang on, what about Slimbo though? Slimbo has been shafted as well in a way. He's gained the positions back.
Well, Slimbo hasn't really been shafted that bad. Like he still has good track position because of a safety car. He's now in net first, I think, depending on how those people ahead are going to the end or not. However, his issue is obviously all those medium runners behind, but
surely Firefox is going to pit this lap now, since he didn't pit, because it's silly if he doesn't.
I don't know.
There's
I'm
no
very
way.
confused about why he didn't pit to
I was going to say, there's no way in hell
begin with.
that those tyres are making it to the end.
How many laps is it left? 15, 17 laps.
And he's already done 12.
29 on mediums. That is very ambitious if that's what he's gonna try, especially considering they won't be good for about half of those laps or more.
I've noticed they're overrevving their engines. They're trying to burn fuel.
Yeah. Let's see then. They're getting close to pit lane now. Will Firefox go in, or if he doesn't, then realistically he needs another safety car at some point. He doesn't.
What is he doing? Like, if he was helping his teammate, like, say his teammate was like third, for instance, then I'd understand it. But his teammate is out.
I don't have a good answer to this one, Joe. At this point, he's well, now he's committed, and obviously now, if he pitted now, he would be lost. So, at this point, he's committed to getting more luck.
I'd understand if it was Monaco, because you can hardly pass there trying this, but it's Hungary. If your tyres your rears get shot and you lose on that fast, you're screwed. You're going straight into that wall.
Not just that, but like, it might be a difficult track to overtake on, but if people behind you have a massive tyre advantage, it's not as tricky anymore. At some point it actually gets easy in the end if you have a good enough tyre advantage, and I would say that mediums start being that great to be on, like at around 12 laps maybe, around there, so yeah. Firefox's tyres shouldn't be that great to be on anymore already.
Oh yeah, it's going to be interesting how he pulls. If he wins this somehow, then fair enough, but I doubt it. I think Norway, as I said earlier, is probably going to take it. Since obviously Toma's not here, since he DNF'd on lap 6, something like that. Safety car is in this lap then, so we did have 19, now we only have 15 cars left on the grid. Second safety car, obviously. Touchwood, there's no more.
Indeed.
But Firefox then is on a very weird strategy.
Oh, it's a full-on gamble. Oh, and they break down, and I think Aries has got damage from that. He has.
Oh, has Aries got damage?
Might have more people who's gotten damage. Yeah, it suddenly braked in the second last corner.
No, they ain't gone yet.
That's unlucky. That's Aries' race over.
Oh, already we're going to race, aggressive racing. Firefox defending. Here comes Noah. And doesn't go for the gap, as Slimbo is side by side with Lautus there. Ooh, showing a bit off track. Any chaos in the back there? No, we actually finally get a clean turn 1. And he said Aries and in the pits.
Ooh, Slimbo side by side with Nando here. Nando on those medium tyres though, he's gotten that position.
To be honest, I won't count Nando out here to get a good result.
I would say Nando is the favourite to win at the right now, to be honest. He's got the tyre advantage. Slimbo could have a small tyre advantage towards the end over Nando though.
Hang on, did Jabraka not pit?
No.
No, he has. Apparently he's done a one stop, but what tyres was he on?
Well, he pitted quite early on because of damage, I believe.
Oh, here comes Nando, making a move, Lautus defending. And he says thank you very much, and he's through.
And look at that grip on those mediums compared to those old
there's
ones.
yellows. That's a Ferrari, now up again. And I think he's had contact with Gustav, or has Gustav had to let him through because of the glitch? As surely Jabraka's not going to be a challenge.
Quite close to Jabraka here.
Jabraka's on 18. You're on what? 2 lap mediums? Should be an easy overtake. Oh.
It should be.
Martin LRB side by side. Ooh, is this going to end in tears? They're still going side by side to the right hand there. Oh, do not go side by side to the fast left. Someone's going to lift. Oh, the Haas bags off there, and Martin through the 7th. As the Ferrari of Alex is now getting caught by the other Aston. Shane is now into 9th. Oh, the Ferrari's still there, but no, Ferrari has to back off.
Looking at this overview, the helicopter camera of Nando right behind Jabraka, it is amazing. He has so much more grip, and you can see it him following through the whole section within 2 tenths the whole way.
Well, he tries it there. Oh, he's got it though.
We have to get past Jabraka soon, because Jabraka is just slow compared to Nando at this point.
Well, Jabraka's doing what he needs to do though to defend and keep his championship lead. Obviously, I don't think he's going to lose the championship lead whatever position he finishes. Obviously, no upset the new fastest lap, so he spun earlier on and he's done a 17.9. Oh, look, no, and Firefox pulling away. No, there he is, 17.5. There's a shame there for him.
Really is.
As I said, he has some good qualifying, and then he has some good of a race, and then right at the end it just falls apart.
Yeah, it just stopped in the midfield there. It looked like I didn't get a good
I think it's
look
because
at it.
the Williams back that slowed down, and I think Noah then slowed down. And it, you know, basically a roller coaster. Basically, everyone then starts slowing down. It just happens.
Jabraka though still managing to keep him on the back, but I don't think it's going to be many laps before Nando finally gets
Nah,
past
he's going to
now.
get him. DRS now enabled as well, so I think he'll get him this lap.
That's a good point actually. Didn't think
So,
about that.
It should be an easy overtake now. Yeah, he's got him.
Oh,
Well, now his next objective is to catch Jones and
that's as easy
Firefox.
as it can get as well.
Easy overtake then. And he's through. So his next objective is Noah, who's 2.8. Those mediums
I
he
swear
should...
we haven't seen Nando on the podium yet this season, have we?
I think this is his debut race. Because unless he's changed his PSN
In
now...
that case, it's going to be a good debut race then.
Because I can't remember him racing last week. Unless it was a different PSN name, obviously. Could be that. Tito's with a 3 second. Which actually I can check that. So
Slim was stuck behind. Actually, that's Ladders. Oh, he's behind Ladders and Jabraka.
no, I know. No, yeah, I think he's a reserve. Yeah, he's a reserve.
Fair enough then.
So, and I think it's his debut for today.
Jabraka holding up a massive train here. And I think we... Oh, and look at this! Martin almost going
Oh,
for
Jabraka's out!
in the final. Oh,
Chance points leader is out. And that is another safety car. Aries has somehow been saved in a way. And ooh, that's
but,
questionable pit lane.
well, he has been saved in the sense that he'll be back with the pack, but
As Robert says,
he
you
will
sound
be
like Seb.
lost.
Who sounds like Seb? Me or TNRZ3?
I think you.
Oh, I'll take that as a compliment. 4-time champion, you know. It is what it is, you know. As Firefox then, he has to pit. He has to pit now, surely.
There's no doubt about it this time. And like he's
he don't pit, he's an idiot.
literally been handed a lifeline here. He's on 18 laps old mediums. He can't be thinking about not pitting this time.
Yeah, if he don't pit, he's an idiot.
Unfortunately for him, though,
hang on. What's
pitting
Lauter
this
still?
time might not be that great still, because the pack is still quite close.
Yeah.
As Aries has gone on the softs.
Yeah, they should be able to
That
make
might be good, but I think it's a
They'll be dead at the end.
little far. They're gonna be completely dead. Oh no.
I'm sorry. He is an idiot. Why isn't he pitting? There's no way those mediums are going to make it to the end.
You know, if he manages to pull it to the end without a puncture, then fair play. But honestly, I think this was a horrible decision. Honestly, I think it was a horrible decision not bidding under the previous safety car, but yeah.
I don't understand it. What? What is he? Why don't you just put fresh mediums on, and you can probably get through the field?
Or even flare fresh softs. We can see multiple people going for the softs.
Yeah, LB, Tito, Gustav, Aries. Obviously, those guys got nothing to lose. Oh my God, Slimble, don't get too close to
fair, they're all outside of the points, so correct. They have everything to gain from this. Nando is definitely my favorite to win now, though. Even got that gap closed. That was up to Firefox for him.
It was around about 2.3 to 2.5 seconds ago it was. And it's basically nothing now. So, and obviously Firefox is on in 19 lap mediums while Nando is on 6. So, no, I'm sorry.
Put it this way: when the race finishes, Jared, Nando will be on fresher mediums than Firefox is on right now.
Yeah. Obviously, as I said, if he pulls this off, I'll give this guy a formal apology on Twitter if this guy pulls this off. All right, and that's saying something. But saying don't call this guy an idiot because it's not cool. I'm sorry, he is being an idiot. He should put fresh tyres on because he's getting a chance of getting a puncher and he's got a chance of crashing. We've seen bloody Jabraka on bloody 20 lap old hards, him spinning. Yeah. I don't think it's the smartest decision, to be honest.
Nah, he's getting a puncture.
it's that. I'm not wrong calling him an idiot.
I'm not even doubting. He's got to get punctured.
I'm not wrong calling him an idiot. And at the end of the day, he might prove me wrong. If he proves me wrong, then fair bloody enough. But
he won't.
But he won't. There's 1 in a million him doing this, pulling this off. 1 in a million. It's either going to be Nando who wins, who's like highly going to win it on the mediums, or it's going to be Noah. Because your next threat is Martin and he's 6th.
It'll be Nando then. Noah's tires won't be great at this point either.
No, I mean if like Nando makes a mistake and crashes, obviously. Anything like that, but if Nando gets away cleanly, doesn't have any incidents...
But if you're going to go like that, Jared, then Aries can still win, you know?
Oh, obviously.
Or I think the most likely one to win at this point should be Nando.
Well, safety car is in this lap.
Let's see then.
Yeah. It's going to be very interesting how this goes. You money on Firefox to win then?
Definitely not.
Well, let's see what he can do then. As Firefox then coming across the line, and he's gone. Oh, that's a better restart than last time.
Oh, look at Nando's though.
They're probably running the same wings. Oh, Jesus. That meant like he was going to hit the Williams then.
Oh, LRB going on the inside of the warp. Doesn't really get the traction on the exit though.
Still side by side, going on the outside this time. Is he going to pull it off?
Oh, he will. Just look at that grip.
Oh, he's just trying to fit through it. He's got a lot more pace. I don't see Noah or Nando making a move yet. Oh, God. LRB's on a challenge. Right now, Aries and Gustav fighting further off. Gustav's off the track. What have a weird feeling these two are going to crash.
Oh, well, they're keeping it clean.
There's just no way. I'm sorry, how is Noah not keen?
Oh, LRB with the move on. Pretty fast into the second to last corner, around the outside, just mugging him completely off there.
Oh. Tito is now through as well. And Gustav has now got through as Figfest lost another couple of positions. Apparently there's no mistake ahead. That is Martin now,
Gustav
fighting for fifth.
Passing the war pair
And
as well as Aries passes freaky fast.
Ooh, Lautus there, rear end just kicks out.
Oh, and look at Aries trying to follow Gustav through there.
Oh, Nawab gets a loose rear end. As I'll give the guy credit, Sandra. The guy on 22 lap mediums has got a 6/10 gap to Noah.
So far, he does.
And Nando, 4.5 tenths. And on board with the fight for the lead. We see the Ferrari in the background there on LRB. Side by side is, oh my god, Tito's looking for an optimistic move. DRS has enabled this lap then.
They're just sticking to that rear of Noah right now.
Oh, LRB trying to make it on the inside. Ooh, very close to that side pod there, the Ferrari, as Martin moves to fourth. There's just no way. I just don't want to be proven wrong here. Oh, hang on, no, warp is round. As LB's making a move into the chicane. Oh, bit of contact. Wheel to wheel. Oh, that is a shame. What's the chance of these guys crashing, Sandra? With them being a bit too aggressive on these softs?
I'd say highly likely, but so far they haven't. As Firefox, Noah seems quite weak on that final corner.
Well, Nando's getting close now. DRS is activated.
Yeah, the only issue he has is that Noah also has that DRS. A slim, but oh, he's gonna go down the inside on letters into turn 2.
What's called it
Take
there?
that position comfortably. Oh, as letters loses it.
Oh, he's into the wall. He's more than lost it. He's into the wall. He's lost his front wing. I don't know if that was contact with the Aston or did he just actually just lose the car?
No. Oh, yes. No, I don't think so.
Oh my god, Tito, a massive dive there. Side by side, he's got the move done, and he's through. He's just short LRB.
Look at these soft runners
Just
carving their way through.
But honestly, LRB though struggled getting through the Ferrari, and then Tito just says, "Let me have a go, easy peasy," and he's through. That's Gustav trying to make a move now on the Ferrari, side by side. Oh, almost contact. How close is Nando now, though?
He's fairly close. However, he doesn't need a good run on this final corner.
He doesn't get it.
Which he has got, but he's not going to be close enough to actually get it done here.
I'm sorry, Sandra, this is physically impossible. There is no way Firefox has got 25 lap mediums.
Oh no, with a bad exit there though. And Nando, he's going to... Oh, he doesn't go.
Oh, Slimbo and Shane for 5th. Nothing can happen right now, but I wonder if it's going to be team orders in play here, because Tito's just behind him. He's on the quicker tyre. I wonder if he's going to let his teammate through, as Altus has called it today as well. Why didn't he do 2 more laps? Would have been classified as 90%.
Just noticed that Firefox, He's really lucky here. Noah doesn't seem to have the greatest pace right now, so he can't really challenge Firefox. So Firefox has a lot of ERS to spend. And as Noah stays within that second on Firefox, it gets very difficult for Nando to get past as well.
It's just, I don't understand this at all. I'm not discrediting him.
Very close to Noah now. He needs a good run off this final corner though. Doesn't really get it this time either.
But Martin's not this far from this gap.
Down. And he's going for the... Oh, and look at that. He puts Noah under pressure. Noah does leave him the space even though he didn't have to.
He's going off the dive. He is going for it. Oh, but he could have ended in tears again. As the McLarens have swapped places this time. When do you think they're going to pop, Sandra? Lap 34?
Ooh, small back end loss for another. I don't know at this point. I mean, like, I can't imagine them actually going to the end, but somehow he is still here, and his pace hasn't dropped off horribly either, unless these behind him aren't driving at their best at the moment either. But I don't know. If he manages to do this, then fair enough. Then master strategy. If it doesn't, then I told you so.
Oh no, I don't believe it is going to work with the strategy. I don't. To be honest, I think it's. As I said earlier, it was an idiot strategy to do because you would expect the guy to pit when you've done 27 lap mediums. But I've got to give him credit. He's holding it. He's kept the lead for now.
I'm not gonna lie either, but Nando, he's dropped back a little as well. I don't know if he's actually gonna be able to get a move on that at all at this point.
Oh no, I'm sorry. He should be able to get a move. If this guy Firefox can hold the lead on 27 lap old mediums, there's no way.
Yeah, I completely agree, but Nando doesn't seem to get close at this point.
I'll tell you, another guy who's a sitting duck right now is Shane in 5th. He's holding up a massive train. I'll stay on board with Firefox now for a bit though. Because, as I said, I'm expecting these tyres, just one of them to pop and he's going into the wall. Because right now he's amazing me how he's done this strategy. At the beginning, the penultimate lap of the race, lap 34.
Look at this Nando, he just doesn't get close enough to know.
He's close. 6. Oh, there's a crash. That is a Red Bull. That is Aries around again.
That's unlucky. He would have gotten at least 1 point as well.
Oh yeah, he's definitely not going to point now. Unless someone bins it. But, well, 2 people bin it at least. I can't tell the tyres. I can't tell if they're bloody worn or not because usually you can see when the tyres are shredded. Obviously, I can see a bit of the line of the tyre. But, no, I'm sorry. There's no way this can work. He's amazed me how he's managed to make these last this long. This will be his 29th lap on him.
I do agree. Nando, are you finally gonna get a run? I don't really. Nah, you're not getting.
It's last lap. Firefox leads.
Yeah, no, Noah's clear. Oh, and Nando outbreaks himself as well.
Oh, that isn't going to help him, and that could open the door for Martin.
Nah, too far back as well. Martin has even less CRS.
How? I'm sorry, what? He's a 10th up in sector 1 Firefox is right now. How is Nando Martin not passing Noah then if Firefox is a 10th up on his time? What's his fastest lap? An 18.1, that's quicker than Noah.
Well, actually, he does have a lot of ERS.
Yeah, but sorry, 29 lap all mediums. It doesn't make sense. This guy is...
in the middle sector if it's often, sure, but in the first sector, yeah, nah, you can be up if you have the ERS to splash. But look at this though.
Coming around the final corner.
Over the line, it's going to be Firefox who somehow manages to pull off a master.
And he improves
on 30 lap old mediums.
Second Noah then.
Win ahead of Noah and
Nando on third. Martin in fourth. Shane then finishes fifth. Slimble sixth. LB seventh. Alex in eighth. Freak Fast ninth. And Tito drops to 10th. 30 lap mediums, and he improves his time quicker than...
Are we sure damage was on?
No, damage was on. It might be on reduced.
Double check.
It might be on reduced damage, but bloody hell. Well, maybe he is good in his tyres then, as Performance was saying. Well, I retract my statement calling him an idiot, but I just don't understand it. It's wow, well done. Wow.
Indeed.
Well done indeed then. So, oh, here we go.
You know, I jokingly said the strat was going to be soft to medium at the start of the race. I was serious, you know.
Well then, here was your race results then. Firefox, who wins with 30 lap old mediums. Congratulations to him. And might drive the day, definitely. Noah in second, Nando third, Martin in fourth then. Shane in 5th, Slimbo 6th, LB 7th, Alex in 8th, Freaky Fast 9th, Tito in 10th. Aries doesn't get the fastest lap point, but did set the fastest lap with a 17.5 in 11th. Then we have Gustav in 12th, so disappointing from those two. Aldo Lautus, Nawar, Jabraka, Terrace, Simple, and Toma and Mika, all DNF'd from today's race. Well, we've been both proven wrong there, Sondre.
Certainly.
You know, I can't knock him, but, you know, wow, speechless. Well then, your highlight of the race today then, Sondre?
Who was it?
Please tell me you
was it Aries that made that move around around that uphill right-hander?
Yeah, around the outside on the Williams.
I think it's got to be that, to be honest.
Fair enough. I'm going to give it to... I'm going to give it Nando. I think when he was on those fresh mediums, making the overtakes when he needed to, and obviously not using it on the long straight. So I think Nando making those moves today was a highlight of the race. But other than that, this has been PSGL Season 30 for the F4 tier, Round 5 at Hungary. I've been your commentator, I own the Enos Jared Fosbury. Been joined in the booth by Mr. Sorhaug. Well, the next round is Austria, so that is next week on Monday, same time, obviously. And if you want to watch PSGL F1, which is on right now, to watch Matthew Order dominate, hopefully, and win that race, then tune in for that. But want to see some more action, tune us for F4, tune in next week, and goodbye for now.